So you've probably heard this word Forex thrown around and thought it was some complicated thing for Wall Street geniuses, right? Well, what if I told you that you've probably already done it without even realizing? Today, we are going to break it all down and show you just how simple Forex really is.
Okay, let me ask you something. Have you ever been on vacation? Maybe you went to Europe or Japan or down to Mexico, and you had to swap your home currency for whatever they use there? You know that little exchange booth at the airport? Well, if the answer is yes, then hey, congratulations! You have already been a part of the Forex market. Seriously, at its core, it's that simple. You were a Forex trader and you didn't even know it. That's because Forex is really just a shorter, catchier name for foreign exchange. It's this massive, worldwide marketplace where all the different national currencies are constantly being traded back and forth.
But it's not just travelers swapping their holiday money, of course. Think about huge global companies. If an American company wants to buy a fleet of cars from a German manufacturer, they can't pay in dollars. They have to exchange them for euros. We're talking huge amounts of money being moved around.
So all that trading, from your vacation cash to those gigantic corporate deals, is what makes those exchange rates move up and down. And what's the engine behind all that movement? It's something you already know. Good old supply and demand.
The whole idea here is actually really simple. Imagine the US economy is just booming. Well, a ton of companies and investors from all over the world are going to want to buy American stocks and property, right? To do that, they first need to buy US dollars. And when lots of people want to buy something, its price goes up. That's it.
Okay, so these rates are always changing. We get that. But how can somebody actually make a profit from it? Let's walk through a super simple example to show you exactly how it works.
All right, picture this. Let's say you live in Europe, and you're about to fly to the United States for a vacation. You start with 500 euros in your wallet.
So you walk up to the currency exchange, and the rate is 1.4. That means for every 1 euro, you get 1.4 US dollars. So your 500 euros becomes 700 US dollars. Pretty straightforward.
Now this is where the magic happens. Let's imagine you had a really chill trip, and you didn't spend a single dollar. While you were relaxing, the markets were moving, and the exchange rate actually changed. It dropped to 1.3. So when you get home, you take your $700 and exchange them back into euros at this new rate.
And check this out. Because of that little shift, you don't just get your original 500 euros back. No, you actually get back 538 euros and 50 cents. You just made a profit of almost 40 euros just by being on vacation.
So let that sink in. The key takeaway is this. You literally made money just by holding onto a currency while its value changed. That, in a nutshell, is the absolute heart of Forex trading.
Okay, that holiday example is fun, but let's talk about how this actually works in the real world, from the comfort of your couch.
Yeah, obviously becoming a world traveler just to swap cash at airport kiosks is, well, it's not exactly a practical strategy, is it? Probably not the best for your wallet or the planet. Thankfully, there is a much easier way to do this. It's called an online broker. The best way to think of it is like having your own personal exchange office right on your phone or your laptop. And this is exactly how modern tech lets you do what we just talked about in that holiday example, but without ever leaving home. These brokers let you buy and sell currencies in an instant, so you can try to take advantage of those constant price wiggles.
So what are the actual upsides of trading this way, the modern way?
Well, for one, you can do it from anywhere you have an internet connection. The market is also open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, so it works around your schedule, not the other way around. And maybe the best part? You don't need to be rich to start. A lot of brokers let you get started with as little as $150.
Now, let's be real for a second. It's really important to remember that just because it's easy to get started, that doesn't mean it's easy to make money. Knowing when to buy and when to sell to actually lock in a profit, well, that's a skill, and it definitely takes time and learning to develop.
So there you have it. You now understand the what. It's the foreign exchange market. And you know the how. You do it through an online broker. But the million-dollar question, sometimes literally, is the when. Figuring out the right time to make your move, that's